Hello. The first conic section that we will discuss today is a parabola. A parabola consists of three parts: the vertex, which is the maximum or minimum of the parabola, and the focus is the fixed point that lies inside the parabola, and lastly, the directrix is outside of the parabola and parallel to its axis. Let's start with a parabola wherein the vertex is at the origin or at 0, 0. So for a parabola that opens upward, the equation that we're going to use is x squared equals 4py. And for the parabola that opens to the right would be y squared equals 4px. So for the focus, we say that the focus lie inside the parabola. So let's say this is F. Okay. So for this one, this is F. And focus is P units to the vertex. So P units to the vertex. Now, if we go P units to the opposite direction, then we will have the directrix. Here, this is our directrix. So the equation of our directrix would be y equals negative p. So if p is positive, the parabola opens upward. If p is negative, the parabola opens downward. Now let's go to the parabola that opens to the right. So if we go p units to the left or opposite direction, then we'll have the directrix. This is our directrix. And the equation of our directrix would be x is equal to negative p. So when p is positive, the parabola opens to the right. And when p is negative, parabola opens to the left. Now, from the focus to the curve, the distance is 2p. And opposite direction from focus to the curve, it's also 2p. This 2p is the focal radius of the parabola. So this segment is what we call the latus rectum, which is equal to 4p. Now, if our vertex is not at the origin, it's at hk, what will happen to our equation? So let's start with the parabola that opens upward or downward. The equation would become x minus h squared is equal to 4p. Now the y will be y minus k. So the vertex is at hk and the focus would be at h and k plus p. For the directrix, the coordinates, the equation would be y is equal to k minus p. And the latus rectum is equal to 4p. Now for the parabola that opens to the right with the vertex at hk, the equation would be y minus k squared is equal to 4p. Now your x would be x minus h. And now the vertex, it's still at hk, of course, the coordinates. But the focus would be, the coordinates of the focus would be at h plus p and k. The equation of the directrix would be x is equal to h minus p. So let's review our notes. Let's have a parabola first where the vertex is at the origin at 0, 0. So the parabola that opens upward, the equation would be x squared equals 4py. And if p is positive, the parabola opens upward. If p is negative, the parabola opens downward. So the coordinates of our focus would be at 0, p, because the focus is p distance from the, or p units from the vertex. And opposite direction of the focus will be p units to that opposite direction is the directrix. So directrix is a line, so the equation would be y is equal to negative p. Now for the latus rectum, so latus rectum is equal to 4p. Now if your equation is in the form of y squared is equal to 4px, so it means that the parabola is opening sideways. So when p is positive, the parabola is opening to the right. When p is negative, the parabola is opening to the left. So the coordinates of our focus would be at p, 0. And the equation of the directrix will be at x is equal to negative p. Now, if the vertex of the parabola is not at the origin, is at hk, so the equation would be, for a parabola that opens upward, would be x minus h squared is equal to 4p y minus k. The focus coordinates will be at h, k plus p, and the equation of the directrix will be y is equal to k minus p. Now for parabola that opens sideways and the vertex is at hk, the equation would become y minus k squared is equal to 4p x minus h. And coordinates of the focus would be at h plus p, k, And the equation of the directrix would be at x is equal to h minus p. Okay, so just go ahead and pause this video to copy or take a screenshot of the summary, and I hope that this helps you identify easily the different parts of the parabola. Let's try to solve some problems for part 2 of the video. Thank you.